Now, it's the very last chapter for staff at Borders Bookshop in Bristol tonight. The store on Queen's Road, which is loved by thousands, has fallen victim to the recession and I suppose the internet as well. All the stock is being sold off in a massive discount sale tonight. The doors, along with other shops in the Borders chain, are closing for the last time. So how are the staff taking it? Well, John Armstrong has been along to find out.
Well, I'm stood outside Borders now doing a fantastic brisk business at the moment, not surprisingly, because it's up to 80% off. Now, whereas the customers are having a field day, it's a sad day for the staff, and I've got two of them with me now. I've got Tom Rasher and I've got Alice Matthews. Alice, let me start with you. How are you feeling the fact that after tonight you won't have a job?
It's very sad. Borders is such a lovely place to work, and not just because it's a nice job, but the people are just so lovely. It's going to be sad not seeing them every day now.
A lot of people express their disappointment at the shops closing.
So you've had quite a bit of sympathy, have you?
A lot of that. A lot of people are very much enjoyed this shop as a place to go, as a destination to walk around the shop. And this is a great pity that's being lost at the moment.
So you say sad, but aren't you a little bit angry as well, because you didn't get a great deal of forewarning of all this, did you?
No, we didn't. It was quite sudden and unexpected.
Who do you blame?
Kind of bad choices. They started selling things like toys, and I don't think bookshops should. I think they got more and more removed from a bookshop. I think that was part of the downfall. Also supermarkets and Amazon as well, you know, selling books very, very cheap. I mean, people who buy books tend to be very loyal, but when you make a bookshop less of a bookshop, it brings in a different custom and it kind of takes it away.
Now, sad for you, sad for Tom, sad for everybody working in Borders, but you've had quite a lot of support from customers, haven't you? People sort of wishing you well and being, you know, sympathetic to your plight.
I had an 8-year-old girl yesterday who, after she bought her purchases, said, I'd just like you to know that I'm very sad you're closing. I really like coming here. And that was very, very touching. We also had quite an elderly gentleman brewing in some celebration chocolates for us because he liked the shop so much. And you know, we get regulars. We do have regular people who we know by name and know us by name.
We're of course now running up to Christmas, looking for a new job.
I was going to ask you, what are you going to do?
I'm lucky. I'm actually hoping to publish a local book about the cranes in Bristol Harbour, and that's something I'm looking to do in early next year.
That's all very well, Tom, but I mean, it's going to be some time before you're going to see any money coming through. How are you going to keep body and soul together?
Well, that's a good question. If you ask me in 2 months, I might be able to answer that.
Answer me this final question, Alice. I mean, you've worked for Borders twice in your life, in Essex and in here. What are you going to do next?
Well, I'm at the end of my degree, so we'll just see how that goes.
What are you doing?
Nursing, psychiatric nursing. So luckily I have quite a steady, stable job ahead of me, but there's a lot of people here who are just completely lost, and it's really sad. These are really nice people who are so good at selling books and knowing everything that they need to know. We provide a really high level of service, and that's just kind of what you do now.
Yeah, a lot of sad people there. John Armstrong asking the questions.
So yeah, that was my interview for BBC Radio Bristol, so that was kind of exciting. I didn't really get to make the point I wanted to fully because he kind of cut me off and it was edited out a bit about bookshops selling toys. What I meant was that people will come into bookshops and browse books for hours and walk around and you get to know people. When people buy toys or magazines or mugs or the other things that the bookshop was selling that weren't books, people don't browse those for hours, they browse them for minutes. Like magazines, people know what magazine they want. They come in, they get their magazine, they go, it takes a few minutes. It's a different process with books, and that kind of got lost, which was a shame, and that wasn't the reason it failed, but poor management choices were some of the reasons. But it was a lovely place to work, the people were fantastic. The reason I didn't put any pictures of the people in the video is because I haven't asked their permission yet. I might put up a video with people in when I ask them if they don't mind. But we'll see. Yeah. Also, I made that cake. Did you see the Borders cake? I made it, and when you ate it, it was like all rainbowy. Really cool. Anyway.